Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Barry Morgan and I'm President and Webmaster of the Probus Guildwood Club, which is east of Toronto in the province of Ontario, Canada. Our presentation today is being given by Richard Furlong for Probus Global, so I'll let Richard explain what we're going to be watching. Over to you, Richard.
Hello, everybody, and good day. Today, I want to talk about the birth of Probus Global. Probus Global was started in 2018, but prior to that, there was a lot of history in reference to Probus. Probus was formed in 1965 in the UK by a number of computers going from London area, meeting on a train daily and saying they loved the fellowship they had, and too bad as they're getting near the retirement club age, they did not have a club to belong to. So they formed a club called Campus Club. That was very successful. And after that, Rotary heard about the association and the club, and they formed Probus. Probus was formed from the words professional and business. So from 1965, Probus expanded worldwide to Australia, New Zealand, and then back to Canada. And in 1996, a number of members thought it would be great if they could communicate around the world. So with 13 members from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and UK, they formed an association called Informed Probus Network. After a number of years, they found that the membership tended to be international in scope. So in 2007, they formed the International Probus Network, otherwise known as IPN. So in 2017, 2018, IPN had assumed about 160, 170 members at one point, but it had started to shrink as communication channels changed and people were communicating on chat and through the internet. And so the membership had shrunk to about 35, and it was decided it was time to reboot. Now, participation was international. From a Canadian standpoint, we had a number of members. Steve Campbell, who was the former president of Probus Canada, and Richard Furlong, myself, was past president of Probus Canada. We got together and said we need to really look at Probus from an international concept. So at that point, we contacted Shirley Roberts in the UK, and a number of members from other locations, Australia, and other members in Canada, and Peter Jennings, who became a critical part of our organization and structure, who was our webmaster and set up our webpage and is still our webmaster. So in 2018, the reboot started, and we had to define what we were. What is Probus Global? It's a global community, and the concept was you have international or global friends, share your passions for Probus, and traveling around the world, you would have friends anywhere you tended to travel, continue to learn about other parts of the world, learn other cultures, and also have the opportunity to spread the very important speakers that every club have, and that way the knowledge that are gained at the club level can be spread through the international structure that Probus Global offers. And of course, from the 35 members we initially had and the 3 or 4 different countries, the scope was to grow. So during the reboot in 2018, 2019, certainly one of the first things we had to do was establish a management team. We made and issued a Probus Global brochure, which is readily available today on the website. Our first real president of Probus Global, Shirley Roberts, created the newsletter. Also, we were listed on a number of Probus websites worldwide. As I mentioned previously, we did start probusglobal.org. And of course, the most important thing is we have an international communication system within the website, which you can learn later as you look at the website. Certainly, we needed to create a vision for Probus Global. Communications, once again, is a strong point of what we're doing as a group. Making it available for travelers and getting knowledge of other parts of the world. We wanted to make sure that the connection was there for members, whether you live in India, Australia, Canada, or wherever. And of course, fellowship is also key, and learning, and of course, free from all our constraints as Probus is, whether it's political, religion, fundraising, and competition. So in our planning process in the 2018-2019 time period, one of the things we did was create a strategic plan. And obviously, out of your strategic plan becomes your goals. One of the number one goals, obviously, was the growth aspect around the world, making it easy for members, Probus Global members, to communicate. It's great to have the growth within Probus Global, but also we wanted to make sure that the clubs around the world were strong, and anything that we could do and support. And you go to their website, there's a lot of information there for supporting clubs, international groups would step in and help, and also setting up central organizations within different areas of the world. Of course, I mentioned previously travelers, being available to contact people worldwide when you're traveling. And of course, making sure that every club is independent of, obviously also that Probus Global is structured that way. Our action plan, out of the plan we put together, certainly we started with a brochure so people know who we were and getting newsletters published. We created links to all areas of Probus and areas that we went through, starting with the IPN, International Probus Network, the information they had, and going to different sites so that the information would be collected and communication channels would be created. The Global Probus website was created. Mentioned Peter Jennings took a hold of that, and this website now is certainly worldwide in scope. And of course, the Probus management team, and the team was formed from all over the world, really. The first membership was Canada, Australia, UK, and those were where it started, but it's since expanded to countries in Europe and South Africa and other areas around the world. Also, we decided on marketing. Number one area of marketing, of course, is the website, making sure that is available. Making sure people are aware there's chat rooms so people around the world can talk to each other. We did circulation of our brochure and newsletter. And Probus Global, we had an idea that we should have a Probus Global designated. We looked at it originally as a day or a week or a month, and we decided Probus Day in October, which ties into United Nations and many other countries around the world, which is designated October 1st as Seniors Day. That has now become Probus Day around the world. And where are we as far as Probus membership around the world is concerned? The major countries, as you can see, Australia leads, and then followed by United Kingdom, and so on and so forth. But the important thing is we have about 4,500 clubs and about 300,000 members around the world, and that continues to grow daily. In our structure today, we have a president, myself, and Peter Jennings, I've mentioned, is our webmaster. And then management team from around the world. Merv is from Australia. Rob is from Australia. Marlene is from Canada. Jacques Pierre is in France. Graham is in UK. And Linda is in Canada. And Mary is in Australia. So you can see we have a management structure and system that really is broad in scope and from around the world, and so we also have other members of the Probus Global that help out in the organization and the growth of Probus Global. So we have country coordinators and country organizers that help out in promoting not only Probus Global, but Probus within their own countries. So we cover off Ireland and South Africa, India, Canada, Australia, Wales, New Zealand, South Africa again, Scotland, Belgium, and once again, UK with Patrick, who is our newsletter support as far as our editing of the newsletter is concerned. As we have grown, and now we're 4 years in the Probus Global, some of the programs that we've added over the years. Speakers Corner. We have speakers listed from around the world, and if they're available virtually or in your own country, if they're close to where you're located, they're available, and you can find that listing on the website. There's a travel coordinator. A new program recently is photos by members. John Thorne put this together for us recently. We created PG Awards, Probus Global Awards. We had the Shirley Roberts Memorial Award for outstanding achievement by Probus Global member. We just issued the first one that will be released in our December newsletter. The criteria on that particular award is you want to make sure it's prestigious in all its standing. And that will be issued maximum once per year. And also we have an achievement award for other members of the Probus Global. Probus Day is listed as October 1st, which we talked about. Our newsletter is published quarterly. We have chat rooms, which have recently been updated. The management team have quarterly general meetings that any member of Probus Global may be able to attend. And also now you can go on our website. If you're looking for a club or member anywhere within Global, it's mapped. All you have to do is go to an area, and lo and behold, there shows where the club location is. So for information on Probus Global, the website is probusglobal.org. If you need contact, you can contact me at president@probusglobal.org. And just an update, as of November of 2022, we're now, as I mentioned previously, we started with 35 members. We're just a little under 1,000 members as we head in December next year. Thank you for listening. Good luck, and please join us on this interesting venture. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much, and good luck to everybody.